What's going on, everybody? I want to show you what I think might help some people out with strategy when raiding. I saw that one video that guy posted and it kind of inspired me to make this. You know, his video was cool and all, but we all don't have a bunch of 5 stars. Like I don't. I have nothing but a team of 4 stars. So I kind of want to show you how I go about raiding. Right now I'm just giving you a look at my gear. This is what I've been using recently. I'm still messing around with the armory, trying to find a good setup that helps my team the most. So you guys got to do the same, you know, but that way I give you an idea what I'm working with. So right away, puts me up against rank 97 from the kingdom. Yeah, no thanks. Let's find a suitable match. So let's fight this bitch. Now, whenever I get into a raid, I look at who do I need to attack first. And most important thing to understand is who to attack first, and you want to be looking at who buffs defense, who removes penalties such as Chuck's stun, and who heals. You look for those 3 guys first, and then you also need to understand who to attack when you know you're not going to kill anybody. So right there, whenever you see Glenn, you know he's going to remove Chuck's stun if you leave him alive. So we want to take him out first. Usually Heath is also a good guy to go after first because he gives them a good defense buff. And mostly everybody has those 2 characters. But as you can see, I made quick work of them by knowing who to go after first. Got rid of Glenn, Heath, and then the other guys are just bullshit. You go after them afterwards. Now here it's a little bit more tricky. You know, you got Morgan, you got Abraham, and you got Shane. Now in this, you would want to go after Morgan first. But as you can see, he's got the ice pick, so you also need to pay attention to what weapons they have. The ice pick's going to boost his defense. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to kill him in a single round, which isn't that big of a deal, because he's still going to die first, which is most important. It's all about who dies first. Here, it didn't really matter who I hit in the second round, because you're just trying to get some damage in on somebody who you're not going to proc their AR. So, you could have went after Shane or Abraham. Either one of them most likely wouldn't have proc their AR. Abraham's AR doesn't scare me as much, though, because I can care less if he heals himself. You know, yeah, he gives everybody else an attack buff, but it's not really going to matter because they're not going to stay alive long enough to kill me with that attack buff. Shane was more important to kill first before him because he would have lowered my attack. So you got to think about their ARs, what they do, and who to hit in what order. You know, so I'm thinking most of this is probably common sense, but you never know. You know, like that's what everybody was saying, that guy's video was good, but we don't have that crazy 5-star roster that he had. You know, so I'm trying to make this video for the average Joe to maybe give you some hints. Maybe you didn't think of it, you know, but this is how I always go about it. Now this is another one. You see Carson, you want to kill him. He's going to raise their defense. When it comes to Molly on the team, you want to stun her. Always. You always want to save your stun for Molly because her heal is crazy. So you go after whoever is going to get rid of the stun. Like if Glenn was in that lineup, I would have went after Glenn, you know, so you want to get rid of someone like that. I went after, what's her face, Sophia second, because basically you also want to know who not to hit. So I don't want Andrea's ARs to proc any faster than round 3, so I left them. It's like right here, boom, Morgan and Glenn and Heath and Shane. So you're like, who do I go after first? So take a look at who buffs the most, who heals the most, and then you also look at the weapons. Now Glenn has the ice pick, so I know he's going to take 2 rounds to kill. And then Morgan, I know he's going to heal right here, but it's not a big deal. Oh, well, if his AR was fully boosted, he would have, so I got kind of lucky. But I wanted to stun him if it didn't kill him, and since it did, it's no big deal. But now Heath's got his defense buff off, but it's not a big deal because it's 5 against 3. So sheer numbers always makes a big difference too. Plus when you have that monster Jesus AR procking, you're just gonna wipe out everybody whenever he stays alive. So here we go. Now here's another tricky situation. Like, who do you go after first? Once again, you always want to go after whoever's gonna get rid of your stun. Now that was an important move. I didn't want to hit Jesus because I'm not trying to boost his AR. I don't want it to come up any faster than round 3. Round 3 is an important round. So now it's round 3 here, but he won't be able to go anyway because I have my stun. And sometimes you just got to use other guys as a means to waste your attacks, which is all he was here for Rick. Like, I knew he was going to heal, but at this point, now it's 5 against 2. I can care less about your heal. You want to be able to try to get 5 attacks on a single character if you know it's going to kill them. If not, you spread it out. It's not a big deal. So, like I said, you know, and bam, yeah, like, stop putting me up against the top 2 faction guys. My team's not that strong. You got to know what battles you can win. So in a situation like here, I wanted to get rid of Carson because he's going to give them the defense buff. A defense buff always makes it a lot harder to win. Unless you got somebody boosting your attack a lot, or you give yourself a defense buff. But I usually base my team off of having a stun, a heal, and then straight damage. So, as you can see in the order I hit there, once again, always save my stun for Molly. Leaving Chuck alive wasn't as big of a deal in comparison to killing the defense buff. So I feel like that's an important distinction to make. Alright, so let's keep going here. Let's see what we get. Now, see, I'm not too scared when I see a 5-star because I know I got strategy on my side. Now, that's a pretty nasty team, you would think. But if you're like my team, you know, obviously all my guys are maxed out, but they're only 4 stars, you know, so this is achievable by anybody else. But now it's just, all it is strategy. It's important on who you kill first, who you use your attacks against when you know you're not going to kill someone. Like, I know his AR is going to go off here because he's going to survive with that meat cleaver. Not that big of a deal. I'm basically just making sure I'm not proccing anyone's AR that is going to kill any of my guys. Saving my stun for Jesus for that reason, because he's the biggest threat on the team other than Shiva. But Shiva, so what? Let her get 1 kill. We'll kill her second to last. Whenever you see Denise, don't even touch her. Let her go, because you know her AR takes forever to proc. So as long as you don't help it along, it's not a big deal. You can save her for last. You know, part of this strategy is also about knowing who not to touch, like I was saying before, and who to leave for last. So, bam, she heals herself, but who cares? It's 4 against 1. You're going to die no matter what. You know, you could just straight auto it, like I'm doing here, just to let it run itself. You know you got the win already the second you killed the most important people. Moving on. And we'll fight another guy. Okay, so now there's a nasty team. So, now I know Michonne is the biggest problem. But you want to stop Chuck from stunning anybody on your team so that you're not losing any attacks. That's really important. And now his Chuck was really high. It took 2 full turns to kill him. And now I know Michonne's the biggest threat. But, like I said, you always save your stun for Molly. And here, I just decided to kill Molly because I know Michonne's AR is getting procced no matter what. So I might as well just get 1 more person out of the way so I'm not wasting an attack on her trying to kill her next round. Here I'm trying to make sure I wipe out Jesus so that he doesn't get his AR, because right now he's got it next turn. Couldn't get it done because Michonne's AR is so nasty with lowering my attack. Now this was a hard fight, but because I knew who to attack in what order, I pulled through. And they don't have a heal, most importantly. So the fact that I took out Molly is the only reason why I win this. And then bam. So now your last 2 guys are Chuck and Joshua, which is always a nice 2 to have left over at the end. And I got lucky they didn't die. That stun makes all the difference in the world. And I basically just win this out of sheer strategy. My team was not stronger. He should have won that with that team. But because it's a computer going against me and not someone playing themselves, it makes the world of a difference. And here this was an easy matchup. But once again, got 2 people that will boost the defense. Lori and what's his face? Heath. So Heath's boost is stronger, so I want to get rid of him first. Basically there I know Andrea's AR is going to come up soon. Might as well just waste my attacks on her because I'm saving my stun for Lori, and I did not want to proc Lori's defense buff. Herschel and Denise I can basically care less about. They're not going to do much against my team. So once again, all about knowing who to attack and who not to attack, whose AR to boost and who AR is not to boost, and who to stun. That's all it takes. If you have a low-level team, you don't have all these 5-star guys, it's not that big of a deal. As long as you're not in the top 100 ranking, playing against everybody with 5-star teams, it's all about strategy. And, you know, sometimes you get some easy fights, sometimes you get some harder fights, but if you know who to hit, who not to hit, who to kill, who not to kill, and so on and so forth. You should do pretty good, you know. I win almost 99% of the time with this team, and it's not like my team is that amazing. You know, it's only 4-star guys. You know, it took me a long time to max them all out. I've been playing this game for a long time. I only have 2 5-stars. I got a 5-star Jesus and a 5-star Tyrese, which I'm still working on leveling those guys up. But honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to work them into my team because I don't know who I want to get rid of because everybody works so well together right now. So I really don't even know what I'm going to do in the future and switching my raid team up because this team just works so good right now. It won't be until I absolutely have to change people out because I'm facing nothing but 5-stars that it's going to make a difference. So right here you got nobody boosting defense, but she heals 70% health. So she's got to go first. We can't allow her to heal anybody. And then we know we're going to save our stun for Molly, so they're receiving no heals. It's not a big deal. I'm going to waste my attacks on Shane. Don't really care if I only do a little bit of damage as long as it doesn't proc his AR. If I hit him 3 times, it might have procced his AR right there. Well, let's get the kill. Molly's stunned. They're both going to get their ARs. No big deal. Only one of them did. I was expecting both of them. And now they're all dead. So I don't know, guys. I hope this helps. You know, maybe if you're a new player, this will shine some light on really putting some more thought into when attacking. And hopefully this will relieve some frustration for people thinking, oh, I don't have all these 5-stars. You know, how the hell am I supposed to win raid after raid? You guys only show us videos of people with nasty-ass teams. You don't need a super nasty team. You can make do with what you've gotten for free. You know, I've gotten most of these characters from saving all my free coins from watching videos and all that crap and doing a 2200 pull every 2-3 months because it takes forever. You know, whatever. I've barely put any money into this game. The only thing I've really bought was the 30-day pass because it was a good deal. And I got lucky. I got the 5-star Jesus off of that. But, you know, we all know that barely ever happens. You know, you see all these guys with these nasty 5-stars and it makes you jealous, you know, and I understand where you come from. I've been playing this game since it first came out, and I only have 2 5-stars because I don't pour hundreds of dollars into this game. It's a free app. Why should I give you my money? Like, you're just greedy whores. Let's not even get into that conversation. We all know what the fuck Scopely does. So, but I'm thinking if I make this video and I show that it's all about strategy, maybe you guys, you know, won't be so bummed, you know. It is possible to get a nasty team of just 4-stars. You just got to keep at it. You know, for all those guys that missed out on Molly, well, that's a shame. You know, I don't know what to tell you there because she's a beast. She's a must-have. You know, having her on your team is such a game changer. And Chuck is another one, you know. I feel like everybody's got Joshua at this point. You know, Herschel is probably the weakest guy on my team. He barely does much. He's the one guy I will most likely swap out if I do change my team up. But it's definitely doable to just go on win after win if you know who to attack, when to attack, and, you know, all that shit. So, like I said, guys, I hope this helps. Hope it wasn't too boring just listening to me talk. I don't have any fun cut-ins with little audio clips and shit and blah, blah, blah. This is just straight commentary. But I haven't made a video in forever for my YouTube, and I've been so addicted to this game, I just couldn't really think about how to make a video. Like, who cares? You know, like, everybody's playing this game the same way. You know, there's nothing super important that you need to make a video about. But I decided, you know, after watching that one guy's video, it kind of inspired me to put a new video up. I haven't put one up in forever. And you'll never hear me ask you to like and subscribe and all that shit, because I fucking hate people who do that. So, you know, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.